Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my ticketing experience of the ARMY membership pre-sale today for BTS. And today, let me just tell you, I don't even know how to feel about today. I have so many mixed emotions. I literally was about to have a mental breakdown almost 10 minutes ago, and then I found out some news, and then now I'm not having a mental breakdown. I'm just very confused. I need to like sit down and like grasp everything, but I'm gonna tell you guys everything that happened today. I'm gonna try to include some clippage that I have of me getting tickets, but I wasn't able. I know so many of you guys wanted me to actually film the whole reaction, but I really did try. I tried twice for you guys, and then it just ended up me having a lot of anxiety. And when I'm really stressed out, I need to focus only on that thing. I cannot have any sort of distractions around me. And that camera being near me when I was trying to get tickets, it was honestly too much for me to handle. I really couldn't do it. I was getting really anxious. Like I was using my cousin's computer to buy tickets, and he came home to just like show me, like he's one of my really close cousins. He's basically like my older brother, and he's showing me all his snacks that he bought. And I literally looked at him, I'm like, I'm so sorry, but you need to stop talking right now and get away from me, because I'm about to have a mental breakdown because it was so stressful. Today was so freaking stressful. I'm gonna tell you guys everything, what to do, what not to do, and yeah, so if you don't want to mess up on getting BTS tickets and do it the correct way, I'm gonna tell you what I did wrong so you won't have to do it. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe down below, give this video a big thumbs up for me, and let's get started. So originally going into this ARMY membership pre-sale, I had an ARMY membership pre-sale account, like an ARMY membership code, plus my little sister had one as well. We both bought a membership, and going into this, I wanted to originally go to Toronto, Chicago, LA, and then maybe Santa Clara if I could. So going into that, with that in mind, with all those dates in mind, I had to try for Toronto first. And for Toronto, I actually had a lot of extra help. Me and my sister, plus two of my other friends who had also memberships, they weren't trying for any dates that were happening at that time. So they were also helping me. So I had 4 people, so me plus 3 other people helping me get Toronto dates. And when the sale happened, I actually was able to get silver VIP into my cart, and my friend also. And as I was so stressed out, I literally texted her, I'm like, I don't know where all these seats are, I just know we both have VIP, just buy both, I will figure it out later. And what actually ended up happening was, I didn't know this, I've bought tickets for Shawn Mendes in Toronto before, and this has never been an issue. I've had friends who bought tickets from the stadium before, and this has never been an issue. They wanted us to pay with a Canadian credit card, and I'm from LA. I don't have a Canadian credit card, and I tried to click on the button that goes to switch to an American credit card. Like there's a button you can click. When I clicked on that button, it actually kicked me out of the website. And yeah, so basically I did get silver VIP, but I didn't end up buying it because it wouldn't allow me to buy it because I didn't have a Canadian credit card. So like I was disappointed, but that was like the first show. So I was just like, okay, whatever. Like I have more shows throughout this day to worry about. That was just like, okay, cool. They have to go to Toronto. That'll be cool, but it's not like end all be all. And then the show after that was Chicago, and I really wanted Chicago because it was their final show in the States. And I ended up only being able to get Chicago day 2. I got VIP for Chicago day 2, and again, the ticketing process of that was really difficult because as I was trying to get Chicago tickets, I was also pulling up Texas as well, and it was really difficult because as I was getting it, I kept getting this error message like, Ticketmaster was telling me that I was using multiple devices and that my account, like I can only use one device, like I'm using too many. And it was weird because I was only using one account, I was using one computer with multiple tabs, which you are allowed to do as long as the different tabs had all different dates. So I had one tab for Chicago day 1, one tab for Chicago day 2, another tab for Texas day 1, and another tab for Texas day 2. And when I would click on the tickets to try to buy them, it was telling me like, hey, like you have too many tabs. This is an error. This is like an error code. We can't, like this is not possible. You're not allowed to do this. It was really weird. But then I finally somehow managed to get Chicago day 2 VIP, and that was it. That was literally all I was able to get. I wasn't even able to get day 1 at all. And mind you, for all of these pre-sale tickets, for me, for my queue, I was able to get in within 10 to 15 minutes. Get into the actual map, like my little walking man, past the line in 10 to 15 minutes. And then after him, I was like just really stressed out because I didn't understand why it kept saying that code. And I even asked my friend, because she also was doing like multiple different tabs for different dates. I was like, hey, are you having the same issue? And she was like, no, I'm not. Like, she was able to get a bunch of tickets for a bunch of dates perfectly fine. So I was like, that's really weird. Like, I was getting really, really, really stressed out. And then because I know that LA was the most important one. Out of all of these dates, the most important one was obviously my hometown show. So it came around time for LA. And I pulled up LA day 1, LA day 2, Santa Clara day 1, and Santa Clara day 2. And then I had my little sister only pull up LA day 1 and day 2. And doing this, my sister and I we got in within 10 to 15 minutes, but then we weren't able to get tickets, in a sense where whenever I would click on tickets, it wasn't that someone would beat me to it, but it would say the same error code, where it would say like error code invalid. Like, it was just weird. It was like I would either get a message saying like, oh, like I'm having too many devices, or like this code is invalid. It was weird. Like my actual code worked, but when I would click on the seats to buy it and click enter, it would literally say like it sent this really odd message where it was like I had too many devices, or it was an invalid error code. It was just weird. It would not let me even get through. I didn't know this was even possible and that they were going to do this, because every single time I've ever bought tickets for any artist, this has never happened ever before. Even for BTS in the past, I've done this for Hong Kong, where, so let me tell you guys what happened. So basically, for Santa Clara day 2, I have my own credit card, and I have a credit card that me and my mom, we don't use the same credit card, but it's under the same account. So I was gonna use that credit card where me and my mom are both we share the same account. So I was gonna use the credit card that both me and my mom's names were under the same account for Santa Clara day 2. And as I was putting in the payments, I clicked enter to buy the ticket, whatever, and they're like, okay, cool, but you need to confirm it with your bank. So what we're gonna do is send you a code on your phone from your bank and give us that code so you can confirm your tickets. That way it's like authorizing, because since it is such a large purchase, it's authorizing that it's your credit card. And for some reason I forgot, and I just generally didn't know. I've never had this happen before, but the code got sent to my mom's phone instead of mine. My mom was at work and I was trying to call her and she didn't pick up, so I couldn't get the tickets. And I didn't run out of time, but I couldn't get the code. So what I tried to do was I tried to exit out and then enter in another credit card, because I can use my debit card, I can use another credit card, it's not a big deal. But when I tried to do that, it actually kicked me out of the page completely, and I wasn't able to get the tickets at all. Like, it released the tickets. And I didn't know that could possibly happen, just because I've done it for other tickets before. When you you enter in like a wrong date or like a wrong number on a credit card, you get several tries on the tickets before they get released. Like, you get as much time as the timer gives you, you know? So it was really weird. Like, today's ticketing sales was really, really strict. Genuinely, like the whole Canadian credit card thing, trying to, like, I didn't get multiple chances to use it. Like, I didn't get another chance to use like a different credit card to secure my Santa Clara day 2. And then I wasn't able to get LA day 1 or day 2, because this is when all, like, everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. So that happened for Santa Clara. And then for LA day 1 and day 2, as I got in, and then I was trying to get tickets, and every single time I was trying to get tickets, that same error code was happening, like over and over every single time. I tried for 10 minutes and it wouldn't. The error code where it was like invalid error code, like, please, so, like, don't use multiple devices or anything. Like, it was like, don't use multiple devices, invalid error code. But I wasn't using multiple devices, and I knew you could use multiple tabs because they said it, and my friends have done it, and I've done it, and it's been fine. So I was just so confused, and I tried for 10 minutes, and that same code kept happening over and over, no matter which days I tried for Rose Bowl day 1 or Rose Bowl day 2. And literally, kid you not, after 10 minutes, I sat in my chair, and I was just like so defeated. I started tweeting on Twitter. I'm like, yo, who's selling LA day 1 or day 2? Because my code isn't working. Like, I genuinely can't get it to work, and I didn't know what was wrong with it. And luckily, one of you guys, her name is Jasmine. I'm so thankful for you, and I'm so thankful that you watch my videos. I DM'd her about Chicago day 1 because I have Chicago day 2, and I really want to get tickets to Chicago day 1, and I knew she was selling. She tweeted it. I was like, hey, how much for your Chicago day 1? And she was just like, oh my gosh, like, I watched your YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. And then she was like telling me she was trying to get Los Angeles, like LA tickets or Rose Bowl, and I was like, yeah, me too, but like I couldn't secure them, like my code isn't working, and like I just don't know what to do. Like I was stressed about it, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. And she was like, oh my gosh, I have an extra LA day too, and it's a VIP ticket. And I was like, can I buy it from you? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. So she sold me an LA day 2 VIP ticket, all thanks to her watching my YouTube channel. And I just honestly to say, I'm like, I text her, I've been texting her, and I was like, thank you so much, like honestly, thank you. Like I think I probably would have broken down not getting a ticket for LA. But yeah, so I actually ended up getting a ticket for Chicago, a VIP ticket for Chicago day 2 and LA day 2. Now, these are the dates I'm going to go to, regardless if I don't have tickets or not. I know how everything works, and I know who I am, and I know I can finesse my way to get tickets to these later on. I'm sad about that I didn't get tickets the day of, but I've had this happen before, and it's just I'm gonna end up with floor tickets. I always do. So I'm gonna get, so right now I currently have Chicago day 2 VIP and LA day 2 VIP. But these are the dates that I'm gonna be going to. So if you're gonna go, say hi to me if you see me. I'm gonna go to LA Rose Bowl day 1 and day 2, even though I don't have tickets for day 1. If you're selling, DM me. But I'm going to go to day 1 as well, and I'm gonna go to Chicago day 1 as well, and possibly Santa Clara day 1. So the shows, I have tickets for 2 shows, Chicago day 2 and LA day 2. I'm going to go get tickets for LA day 1, Chicago day 1, and Santa Clara day 1. And if you're selling VIP tickets for any of these 3 dates, please DM me on Twitter, twitter.com @ShilaBuoy, or Instagram me, whatever. Yeah, I don't have tickets for them right now, but I'm not too stressed. I'm gonna get them. Also, I'm so sorry, I forgot to mention why this was all happening, why I'm gonna jump right into this clip because I forgot to mention it. But I realized I didn't talk about why this was happening, why I was getting the freaking invalid code, like error code. Well, here's my mistake, and don't do it. Do not do this. Don't do this. You will mess up your chances of getting tickets, because I messed up my chances of getting tickets to do this. So the reason why I found out after ticket sales was happening, why it was happening, was because the whole invalid code thing was happening. It was because my sister's Ticketmaster account, she has her own separate Ticketmaster account, has my credit cards saved under that account, and my personal Ticketmaster account also has my credit cards saved under that account, just because it makes it really fast. It makes it faster for us to buy tickets. I didn't know that Big Hit and Ticketmaster would flag both of our accounts, because she had the same issue where it was saying that whenever she was trying to get tickets, it would say invalid. I didn't know Ticketmaster would flag those accounts as boss or like reseller accounts, because it's like a credit card shared under 2 accounts. I've never had that issue happen before, but if you do have your credit card saved under an account, I would strongly recommend unsaving it. Ticketmaster recommends you to save it. Yeah, they're stupid. Don't listen to them. Listen to me. Don't make the same mistake as me. Do not save your credit cards to your account. Manually input in your credit cards when you purchase your tickets. I promise you, you will get tickets so much easier that way and not have to struggle like I did. I didn't know this until afterwards, until someone told me after, and then I tweeted about it, and I was like, has this always been a rule? Because I've bought so many tickets in the past, and this has never been an occurrence. And everyone's like, everyone was telling me like, this is a new rule they were establishing, and in order to find out this rule, you actually had to call them and like ask them about it. And I was just like, well, geez, that would be nice if Ticketmaster told me before ticket sale went on. So I'm telling you right now, don't do that. Unsave all your credit cards so you can have a higher chance of buying tickets. Before you guys flood my comments about a bunch of questions in regards to the VIP sale, I'm going to tell you guys and answer some of the most commonly asked questions. And one of the commonly asked questions was, were all tickets released? And I told you guys this in my videos before, in my tips and tricks video, or those videos I made before about the BTS tickets video. I told you guys this, and a lot of you guys chose not to believe me, but I said most tickets will be released because it didn't make sense for them to charge fans an additional $80 for tickets to not be all be released, or at least most of the VIP tickets. So yes, the answer is yes, most tickets were released, but I don't want to see these comments because I know the answer to it. But not all tickets were released. what I mean by that is they did keep some. Like, I want to say 90% of tickets were released, especially floor and VIP. 90% of those tickets were released. There was around maybe 20 to 30 seats that were reserved for Ticketmaster pre-sale and Ticketmaster general sale. Genuinely, 20 to 30 tickets max. Mostly every other seats were released today and were bought today. And I told you guys this in my tips and tricks video, so people who said I was wrong and didn't know what I was talking about, I told you so. They're going to release those 20 to 30 tickets probably tomorrow for the Ticketmaster pre-sale and probably the day after, like spread it out the day after for the Ticketmaster general sale. But there were thousands of VIP tickets released today, while they saved like 20 to 30 for the Ticketmaster pre-sale, which makes sense. Like, I don't want you guys to say it's unfair. I get that the Army membership is expensive, but it makes sense because those people who did pay for it paid additional money to get these tickets ahead of time. So it does make sense that they saved a lot more tickets for the Army membership pre-sale. And so far, from what I've seen and checked, almost every single day, all VIP tickets have been sold out, except for obviously the 20 to 30 seats reserved for tomorrow. So let me say that one more time. As of right now, when I had checked under the Army membership pre-sale, every single VIP seat that was saved was sold out, besides the 20 to 30 reserved VIP seats that they reserved for tomorrow and Friday. So Thursday and Friday, everyone's going to be fighting over those 20 to 30 reserved seats. That's what I have checked and noticed. And then also, if you guys want tips, I have said this in my tips and tricks videos, and I've proved myself right again. When you get on, join the waiting list. Like, when you get onto the website, you join the waiting list. And after you join the waiting list, do not hit refresh. Once it's time for, like, if tickets go on sale at 3, don't hit refresh at all. Like, all you have to do is click that joining waiting list button, and then you sit there and you wait. It will refresh itself. Do not refresh it. And people ask how long it took me to get into queue. It took me, for all the dates I tried for, 10 to 15 minutes. It took my sister, it varies on dates for her, but for me it was 10 to 15 minutes. And then some other questions I had was, can soundtrack VIP be transferred? So with this rule, they said on the website that it cannot be transferred. VIP tickets cannot be transferred. And they also said this last year. But there is a loophole where you can add the person's name under. So you can add the person's name under. I don't want to go into detail about it because I have only done it once and I don't know fully the detail. You would have to call Ticketmaster yourself. But the ticket will not be able to be transferred through that person's account directly. So anyone who's telling you they can transfer you a VIP ticket and transfer it to your Ticketmaster account is lying, and they're probably scamming you. You cannot do that. Even last year when I sold one of my extra tickets, I was unable to transfer her the ticket, but I was able to add her name under my name. So when they would check IDs, and they will check IDs for all VIP, when they do check IDs, her name will also be like a secondary name, so she was able to pick up the tickets even though I was not there. And then a lot of you guys have been asking me, what is will call? Well, will call, normally for normal concerts are not BTS, will call is when you just pick up your tickets at the box office. But for BTS, will call means you will be picking up the tickets at the event under a specific booth. It will not be at the box office, but under a specific booth, and you will get an email about where the booth will be located at the event. This is what they did last year, and this is what I will be expecting them to do this year as well. And also, you guys have been asking me, can you bring Polaroids? Can you bring disposable cameras? Yes, yes, and yes. But you could not bring any cameras that are big lenses or even vlogging cameras, honestly. I just really wouldn't risk it. I'm pretty sure Polaroids you can bring. They're very, very, very strict on cameras, so I would just be kind of mindful. And then also, a lot of you guys were asking me how to buy tickets without getting scammed. I bought my tickets through PayPal Gifts and Services, and that is strongly what I recommend you doing, unless you're buying it through Vivid Seats or like other retailer sites that are not Twitter or Facebook. If you're buying it through Twitter or Facebook, I don't care what the seller says, pay them through PayPal Gifts and Services, because if they scam you, you will get your money back. But if you pay them through Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, anything like that, you will not get your money back if they scam you, and it's a lot of money. I don't want you guys to lose such a large amount of money. And just be really careful. I can do a whole separate video on that. I'm not gonna say in this video all the right tips and tricks on how to not get scammed, because it'll make this video way too long. And also, like, I bought my LA ticket through a girl, her name is Jasmine, obviously, through Jasmine, and she's also attending the show, which is why it's a lot easier, because if she's attending the show, the ticket will be under her name, and I will just meet up with her and then go to the show with her. If you're not going to, if that person that's selling you their ticket, if they're not going to be attending the show, it might be a little bit more difficult for you. You might have to call Ticketmaster. There is a loophole around it. You gotta work it out with Ticketmaster. I really don't want to explain it on camera, and I will not be explaining it in the comments because it's way too complicated. And I truly don't remember the whole process, but it took quite a bit of time to get them to transfer the name and stuff. Also, I know in this video I probably sound really tired or sad, and I'm a little bit of both. Like, I'm just really mad because it's not the fact that I couldn't get tickets or my computer was slow. Like, I've never really had those issues. I just didn't get tickets because of a small issue that Ticketmaster never talked about ever. And then the whole Canadian credit card thing is so stupid, and they never said that ever. It felt like I wasn't even like trying to beat out other fans to get tickets, but it was like, it felt like Ticketmaster genuinely was just not wanting me to buy tickets today, and I was just really upset because I've always kind of been able to get tickets for shows I wanted to go to, and today was just, it was like hit after hit, like Toronto, Chicago day one, LA, both LA shows. I mean, I got a VIP ticket from another subscriber, but like, I couldn't possibly get my own VIP ticket for LA. And then Santa Clara day 2, and my mom didn't pick up the phone. I was just having a really, really rough day. And then I was driving from LA back to school because I have class tomorrow, but I was in LA because I like to use my Wi-Fi in LA, my parents' house and my cousin's house. I like using their Wi-Fi more because their Wi-Fi is a lot faster. And I was driving back. And I was driving back, I saw a tweet, and one of my followers on Twitter tagged me in this tweet where Monster X was doing an RSVP thing in LA where they were gonna perform at the Roxy, and I missed it because I was driving. So I didn't get to RSVP to see Monster X on Valentine's Day because I was driving after a really, really long day. A long, terrible day of not getting all the tickets that I wanted to get. I missed out on being able to see Monster X on Valentine's Day. But something did happen literally 5 minutes afterwards when I got back to school. So I entered for the raffle for Korea to see BTS in Korea with my friend. I was like, hey, let's just try it, because honestly the floor tickets in Korea are like $100, and flights to Korea like $500, and in total it wouldn't be too expensive because like the concert prices and stuff here have risen. Like, it will be probably the same price. So I told my friend to enter, and then she texted me, hey, she was like, hey, the raffle announcements have been released. I didn't win tickets, check if you did. And I checked, and I'm gonna go see BTS in Korea, and I won 4 tickets to see BTS in Korea, and I'm so freaking excited. Like, after such a long, like, terrible day, like, I'm just so happy. Like, this is a really rough day, and I'm so happy. If you are going to, I believe the show I got tickets for was, let me check the date. It was April 11th, and I got floor seats to see BTS in Korea. If you're going, let me know in the comments. Let's meet up. Let's go out. And if you're new to my channel, that's all I have for you guys today. But if you're new to my channel, subscribe down below. Give this video a thumbs up for me. And if you're getting tickets tomorrow or Friday, good luck to you guys. I hope you guys all get tickets, and hopefully I see you guys on tour. Bye!